All right, let's talk mental skills for a moment. So if you're practicing mental skills, what it's going to do for you, and this is the biggest misconception of practicing mental skills and having these skills, is you're going to actually feel more than the average person. But when you have these feelings, you are living your life. That's a big difference. Because what happens is when people experience feelings, they usually stonewall those feelings. They usually go, nope, I'm good. And they check out. And they don't process why they felt that way. So here's the thing. When you practice these mental skills, when you understand what's in your control, when you learn how to notice opportunities in the moment, when you know how to come back to the present, when the feelings do arise, this is where we actually get to process more. So me, as a person that practices this regularly, I feel a lot more than the average person. The biggest difference is, and what you don't notice is, I process this inside, right? And sometimes I share this with people in my close circle. But here's the difference. I always choose my response in the moment. There's a lot going on in the background, and you wouldn't notice because I'm able to handle it. My grandmother just passed away, 93 years old. Amazing, amazing life. I hope that I get to that age or exceed it. Right? My dog, my retired dog, 13 years old, another amazing life. He's dying. He's dying of cancer. And there's other things behind all that are happening in real time that you don't see. But the difference is I own my energy. I own my response. I choose my response in the moment, and then I move forward, back to the present. And that's what it is. So you get the opportunity to feel more. And guess what? When you are able to feel more, you feel more love. You're able to give more love. You're able to serve other people because you've built this capacity to serve. You built this capacity to love. Not a lot of people have that. And when you do the mental skills, you can see it. You can see it in real time because they check out. They don't want to be here because they don't like to be with their feelings, because their feelings are scary. Their feelings hurt them. And in that moment, you have an opportunity to process those feelings. And that's an amazing gift because then you get to rewrite your story and understand why you're feeling the way that you are in that moment. And that might be an old belief that you've been holding on since you were a child, a belief that you saw in movies where people should be married and happy and it's easy, it should be fun and no drama and all this and that. That's not real love. Real love, you're going to have those battles. You're going to have those moments, but you do it together. That's the difference. You don't run from it. You work together, you and I versus the problem. And see, that's it. And that's what people are missing. So practice these mental skills. And this is always progress over perfection. You're never going to perfect this, but you know what? You're going to get better and you're going to get faster. And you're going to be so good at it that once something happens, you're going to be able to come back and process that feeling when it needs to be processed. But you're going to, most importantly, you're going to allow it to be here. You're not going to try to force it away. You're not going to try to drink it away. You're going to accept it and you're going to let it just pass on by. And your life's going to be amazing, but you have to practice. It's about understanding you've already won the moment. This is the only moment that we have control over. It's about understanding that there's opportunities all around us and seeing them instead of just being on autopilot because you feel uncomfortable. It's about learning how to tap back into the moment, how to come back when you get triggered, when you're feeling those feelings, how to come back to the moment because this is the only moment we have. And then it's about owning your energy, owning your response. And that's choosing your response in real time. You feel those feelings, instead of reacting to them, you choose your response. And it's always calm and cool. It always is. Doesn't mean you don't feel it. So the common misconception that a lot of people have when it comes to mental skills is just because you practice this does not mean you feel. And in fact, you actually feel more than the average person. You just know how to respond in the moment, and that's the win.